Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to look at the top 5 best running shoes for women in 2025. We made this list based on our own opinions, research, and customer reviews. We've considered their quality, features, and values when narrowing down the best choices possible. If you want more information and updated pricing on the products mentioned, be sure to check the links in the description box below. So, here are the top 5 best running shoes for women. The 5th product on our list is Brooks Ghost 15. If you're just getting into running, you'll enjoy the Brooks Ghost 15. Brooks is known for its running shoes, with the Ghost series as one of its best sellers. I found it to fit true to size, with plenty of room in the toe box for those who have wide feet. It's cushioned all around, and despite its high heel-to-toe drop, it's not as noticeable as you might expect. What makes this shoe stand out from its previous designs is that it has an upgraded midsole cushioning that Brooks calls DNA Loft V2, which makes it feel firmer. Although the cushioning is on the firm side, I didn't find it to be too heavy during a run. The outsole also has good traction, which works well on dry and wet roads. Even while pregnant, I found this shoe comfortable for the most part, since it also kept my ankles supported, which is important because during pregnancy, you're more prone to lose your balance due to your center of gravity constantly changing. I'd recommend this shoe to beginners who are just getting familiar with the different types of running shoes on the market, but want a dependable pair. Up next, in 4th place, is the Brooks Glycerin 20. An everyday running shoe that most people can enjoy is the Brooks Glycerin 20. This shoe is another Brooks bestseller and is good for everyday running or walking. It's intended for neutral support and offers a lightweight ride. The mesh upper helps the shoe feel breathable while also being flexible at the same time. This classic sneaker doesn't stand out aesthetically compared to some other options on the list, but it gets the job done. The heel-to-toe drop is high, with the heel being the most cushioned part of the shoe. A good option if you're a heel striker. It's a plush shoe, but it still feels firm. I personally like a running shoe that has more stability around the heel and ankles, which is where I think this shoe was lacking. The shoelaces also came undone a couple of times during my run, which contributed to this issue and needed to be double knotted. I still felt secure running in this shoe and found that it had good traction on the road and grass. I'd use this type of shoe to log some miles if I was training for a race, but would prefer a more responsive shoe like the new Balance FuelCell for racing. If you need a functional shoe for running, walking, or working on your feet, then you'll enjoy the Brooks Glycerin 20. The 3rd product on our list is the new Balance FuelCell SuperComp Elite V3. If I were to run a marathon wearing a shoe on this list, it would be the new Balance FuelCell SuperComp Elite V3. When I slipped this carbon fiber shoe on, it felt heavily cushioned and comfortable all around. The upper is sock-like, so it molds to your foot, and the rocker feels bouncy, even when you're walking around. I'd size up if you're looking for more room in the toe box, since I found it slightly more narrow than other New Balance styles. It's evident this shoe was designed to help you run fast and give you a boost to propel you forward. Although it's on the heavier side due to the cushioning, I was amazed at how smooth my transitions felt running in this shoe. The rocker made running seem almost effortless, and this is all thanks to the midsole that is made up of a carbon fiber plate cushioned by 2 layers of foam. The one area where I thought this sneaker fell short was that its shoe tongue is an extension of the upper. There's no way of adjusting it, so it may sit low for some runners. I also found the shoelaces to be on the shorter side, and they became untied easily. That's not something I'd expect from a running shoe. During my run, I found myself retying my shoelaces a couple of times until I got a secure fit. This is an overall soft ride, so it will depend on the runner if they prefer a firmer option. It's able to handle pavement just fine, so if you like running on the road, your joints will feel protected. The 2nd product on our list is the Under Armour Flow Velociti Elite. Under Armour isn't usually a brand I associate with running sneakers, but I was eager to try the Under Armour Flow Velociti Elite. Upon trying these shoes on, I could tell they were made for speed. They're lightweight with a translucent mesh upper that is highly breathable and feels sock-like. At first glance, I was conflicted about the upper. The bright neon green can be divisive. But Under Armour also offers 2 other shades that are less bright than the neon green. This shoe has a low heel-to-toe drop, which makes it ideal to run fast. You can feel the full-length carbon fiber plate. It's designed to help propel you during your run. It feels awkward when you're standing around or walking, but the structure makes sense once you're running. I'd been keeping my runs at a slower pace during pregnancy to avoid overexerting myself, but I was surprised at how speedy these shoes made me. I looked at the data collected by my Apple Watch, and I'd effortlessly shaved off a little over a minute from my current fastest time. This made me wonder how fast I could get during regular training circumstances. Running transitions also felt smooth, and my joints felt supported even though this was one of the lighter shoes I tested. One thing I did notice was that my calves felt tired faster wearing these shoes, which could either be attributed to the increased pregnancy blood flow or the design of the shoe, since I found myself landing on my forefoot more than usual. Still, the Velociti Elite is the ideal shoe to keep in your arsenal if you are practicing tempo or speed runs or trying to get faster for an upcoming race. If you're someone who runs recreationally, you may prefer a more classic and less expensive shoe like the Brooks. Before we reveal number 1, be sure to check out the description below for the newest deals on each of these items, and be sure to subscribe if you want to stay up to date on the best products on the market. Finally, our top product title name is the new Balance Fresh Foam X 1080 V12. If you're in the market for a trusted running shoe that can be used for everyday, long to mid-distance running or walking, then the new Balance Fresh Foam X 1080 V12 may be your best bet. I've been a fan of New Balance sneakers for some time now, and they're always the brand I go back to when I'm looking for a reliable running shoe. One of the first things I liked upon trying on this neutral shoe was the Hypno-Knit upper. It's breathable and fits almost like a sock. I found there's enough space in the toe box, but the site recommends sizing up, and I agree, especially if you plan on doing lots of long-distance running during the warmer months and your feet tend to swell. The midsole is cushioned with Fresh Foam X, which makes it feel plush but not mushy when your foot lands on the ground. The platform of the shoe is designed like a rocker, so it's heavily cushioned in the heel and narrows as it makes its way toward the front. This makes it the ideal shoe if you tend to be a heel striker, since the cushioning has you protected. I also found it to have good shock absorption, so my joints felt protected as I ran uphill and downhill. The heel-to-toe drop isn't too high at 8 mm, which makes it conducive for medium support while running. If you prefer a higher heel-to-toe drop, you may want to consider a different running shoe like the Brooks. That's all for our list of the 5 best running shoes for women on the market. Head over to the description below for links to more detailed info on each of the products. And remember to leave a comment to let us know your opinion. Thanks for watching. If we helped you out in any way, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. We'll see you guys in the next video.